slaves were freed.
He's talking about the 14th Amendment.
And it absolutely did that. But the phrase was actually meant to exclude from automatic citizenship persons born on American soil whose allegiance to America was incomplete. It did not intend to make everybody who just happened to stick their foot on U.S. soil a U.S. citizen. And we today have a couple of examples of that. But let's go back. When the amendment was passed, there was a class of a whole group of people who were actually born on U.S. soil, but they were not considered to be U.S. citizens. They were born here more than anybody else was. These were the Indians. So they were not made, under the 14th Amendment, they were not made U.S. citizens. So it is not right for people to argue and say, just because you were born on U.S. soil by accident or whatever, you should automatically be a U.S. citizen. You know, the Indians didn't gain American citizenship until their tribes made treaties with the United States government. And the last of that occurred in the 1920s. And by the way, there's another group of people that are born on U.S. soil today. They're born here on U.S. soil, and our government does not recognize them as being U.S. citizens. Did you know that? So, to argue that everybody who's born on U.S. soil today should be a U.S. citizen is false. And people who rely on that are doing that for their own benefit and on their own gain. The people who are not U.S. citizens and are born on U.S. soil today are children of diplomats. There's lots of them being born here. In fact, a lot of diplomats bring their families here to have babies here because the medical care still is the best in the world. And we have a doctor here today to talk about what might be happening or what's happening right now. So, an illegal alien who has broken U.S. laws to come here has no respect or allegiance to the American government whose laws he's flagrantly violating. Therefore, how can it be argued that an anchor baby should be a U.S. citizen automatically? Can you really logically argue and believe that it was the intention of the framers of the 14th Amendment to ensure a perpetual gravy train of money and benefits to people who violated American immigration laws, which back then were really so hard that it was very hard to immigrate here? Like I mentioned, it took me 3 years to get my visa from Finland. Now, unfortunately, the courts today aren't buying this argument. They've gotten so used to giving citizenship. And they rely on a case of Wong. There's a Chinese person, and he went to the Supreme Court to determine whether their child who was born here was a U.S. citizen. And they determined that, yes, he was born on U.S. soil and he was a U.S. citizen. But the difference is that the parents were here legally. They had immigrated here. The United States currently is the only country, Western country, that offers automatic citizenship like that for anybody born on U.S. soil. I have a friend of mine who worked in Russia, and I met him in Finland. He was an American citizen, worked in U.S., worked in Russia, and when they had 2 babies, and when they were going to have him, they both times went to Helsinki, Finland, because the medical care there is a heck of a lot better than that in Russia. But guess what? In Finland, the liberal bastion, the government made them sign a statement saying that they would never claim Finnish citizenship on their child who was born on Finnish soil. We should adopt something similar to that. We don't need a new amendment. People say it's too hard to get a new amendment to stop the anchor baby citizenship, the birthright citizenship. We don't need that. All we need is for the courts to start enforcing the 14th Amendment the way it was intended. Thank you.